People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called Back by Popular Demand. I spoke about a man, his name is Mr. Michael Kelly. He is a Jamaican living in Cayman Island. He had a house in Linstead in which he sold through a real estate realtor lawyer named Tanya Crooked Walters Crooked Powell. I have her picture, but I won't put it up because of YouTube's policy. The last time that I put up her picture, she went and complained. However, it is legal for me to call her name, especially she is a crook. Here is the facts of the story for those of you that are not familiar with it. Mr. Kelly sold his house through this agent, Tanya Crooked Walters Crooked Powell, real estate agency located in St. Catherine, Linstead to be specific. He sold it for about $10.5 million. As a matter of fact, he sold it to a family member. She got the money, which was paid over by the buyer. However, she returned zero money to Mr. Kelly. This is from 2018. So we are speaking about in excess of 5 years. Mr. Kelly took her to court. He took her through the KELLZ, General Legal Counsel. That is supposed to be the regulatory body that makes sure that these crooked lawyers such as Tanya Crooked Walters Crooked Powell is kept in check and don't rob from their clients, their customer. However, we see that the KELLZ, General Legal Counsel, is just as corrupted as most of these crooked lawyers such as Crooked Tanya. It went to the KELLZ. The KELLZ determined that she was also a victim. However, the facts were there that she was not. The facts were there that when she got the money from the buyer to return to the seller, she had the seller's bank account in which she was supposed to take her commission, which is 5 or 10 or 15 or 20%. Me no know the specific, me never did it. She did not do that. She took everything. She claimed she sent it to an account based on an email that she got. She claims that somebody hacking her email and sent her that and gave her some sort of name to send it to some sort of bank in America. However, it was not the name of Kelly in which she was doing business for the last couple of months or year. However, the transaction took from start to finish. So she claims she sent it to somebody based on an email that she get to send it to that account. Did not bother to call Mr. Kelly. Did not bother to look at the reference account that he gave her, which is his account in a Linstead, where the property was, where her business is. Make common sense. It would be simple to do that. However, she went about it the wrong way. She went about it the other way, in which she was not directed, given any sort of authorization from the seller to do so. So people, this was 5 years ago. Mr. Kelly went to everybody in Jamaica that has to do anything with crime fighting. Mocha, Indicom, Fraud Squad, the Commissioner, the Prime Minister. Anywhere that he could go to complain, he did. However, he did not get any sort of justice from nobody. It seems as if all of them was in bed with Tanya Crooked Walters Crooked Powell. They were compromising the case. They were not going to render any sorts of assistance to this man. They were taking up, they were shielding this crooked lady. And I am speaking about the KELLZ. I am speaking about the Fraud Squad. I am speaking about the investigators on this case. As a matter of fact, when it went to the KELLZ where there was a trial, the people from the bank came and said, yes, that money was sent to this account. That account had to do nothing with the man. That account was an account that was set up by Mrs. Crooked Powell and her affiliates. Mr. Kelly got no part of this, none at all. He was paid zero. This is 5 years ago, 2018. We are now in 2023, soon 2024. You are going to hear from Mr. Kelly. He is going to be wearing a shirt in which he is saying, 5 years now I have been a victim. Take a listen, take a look at this video, and then I'll give my piece.
Good afternoon, my people. This is Michael Kelly, and I'm here saddened by the fact of the corruption that really exists in Jamaica and the negligence of the Jamaica government to really fight corruption or to support the cause of poor people, the local people that has been victimized and has been scammed and been bad treated by the system. Now again, my house was sold by a lawyer in 2018 July, and I report the matter to the fraud squad. Let me use one of the fraud squad for now. I report it to all the different entities, but I'm talking about fraud squad right now. And people, from 2018, 5 full years, I have been to and from with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, trying to get them to do an investigation in this situation, in this fraud. Let me use the word fraud. The lawyer sold the house. I give her instruction to lodge the money in an account, Scotiabank Linstead. She claims she get hacked, get instruction via email, people. Say that I'm opening a restaurant in New York. And people should wire the money to Oregon in a different name. CLB Enterprise, people. And I carry the matter to the fraud squad. And people, the many trips I make to fraud squad and the different entities in Jamaica, including the Prime Minister, no result, no investigation. They are giving this woman all the time in the world to do whatsoever she wants to do with my money. People, I honestly believe she invested my money, and the police and the government is assisting her in capitalize on my money. People, I have left no stone unturned. I have gone to every entity there is in Jamaica as it relates to this. And people, the relevant authorities who are supposed to deal with this, including the Prime Minister. People, nothing. The body club keep going on and on and on. I go through JLC, which JLC again surprised me because the woman tampered with the very transfer paper and carried to JLC, which was revealed to JLC, the General Legal Counsel, the Bar Association, and they find it possible to say that she's a victim of cyber attack. People, it blew my brain, it blew my mind. And to date, no satisfaction. The woman appealed JLC ruling because they found her guilty of professional misconduct. And people, the police is assisting her, giving her all the time she needs to do whatsoever she wants to do with my money. Only if they have done their investigation, even this very appeal wouldn't stand a chance, because she has tampered with the very, very transfer paper that she used to transfer my money. She should give back the purchaser a 10% difference from 10.5 to from 11.5 to 10.5. That has not happened to date, people. And this woman is saying that she get hacked. and the police is facilitating her. Fraud squad, Jamaica government, do better than this.
Now, people, as a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen of this country and other country in the world, a lot of times when I talk about injustice that is being perpetuated on some people, a very common comment is that this is why crime cannot stop in Jamaica. What this means, whenever people cannot get justice through the system in which they hope, they take it in their own hands. This is probably a case in which that should apply, even though it sounds controversial, because this lady has been playing with this man money. She robbed him 5 years ago. The case went to the KELLZ. It is said that she is supposed to pay back that $10.5 million and plus a small interest for the time. However, when the case went to courts, which was obvious fraud, because she defrauded this man in every sense of the word, she was only fined or charged for misconduct. That means a professional misconduct. She was not labeled as a thief, so therefore she can go on and rob other persons, because the KELLZ, the regulatory body that is supposed to regulate these criminal lawyers, they gave her the green light once again. So therefore, when she robs somebody else millions of dollars because she is now licensed to steal, she thief before them slap her upon her wrist. So therefore, them a tell her, say, listen, we got your back. We at the KELLZ, we have your back. So, for those of you that did not know before, what we see is that the whole system is compromised. It works for the rich, WHITE color criminals, and it victimizes the poor victims over and over. What we see here is a regulatory body, the relevant authority, as in the POPO, the fraud squad. They chose politics. They chose the body club. So therefore, the fraud squad is a fraud. And then it is politics and policing intertwined to make sure, say, the people that are not supposed to go to jail, meaning the white collar criminals, they always get away scot-free. So pretty much they can take out a poor innocent person, blatantly rob millions, billions of dollars. We have many references, and just walk scot-free. No sorts of reprimand, no sorts of repercussion, because they have a license to thief. Now people, you heard this lady, or you heard what this man said, and this is based on facts and documentation that he has shown me. This lady have the man account in a Linstead. The house is in Linstead. Her business is in Linstead. However, she decided she wants to complicate the transfer of the money from the buyer to the seller and send it gone way over Oregon in the United States, and claims she get an email, her email was hacked. The people from the bank came and they testified at the KELLZ, said no, there was no sort of hack. However, it seems as if the KELLZ had different documentation than what took place in a court. They said that she was also a victim of fraud. She was not the fraudster. So therefore, Mr. Kelly and Mrs. Tanya Crooked, Walters Crooked Powell, was also a victim. People, can you believe that? Does not make any sorts of sense. The case was tried, and then the case appealed. However, there is still no sort of justice. Nothing but injustice from the KELLZ, the fraud squad. Mr. Kelly told me that when he spoke to one of the representatives from the fraud squad, he told him that they sent over the files a couple of times to the DPP's office, meaning Paula Llewellyn, the same person that says she wants some sorts of extension. Up to this date, no sorts of ruling. So people, we say you can't get a favorable ruling from the GLC. You can't get a favorable ruling from the DPP. What this tells you is that it is all about the body club. There is no sorts of justice in a Jamaica. Everybody, including the Prime Minister, the Commissioner, the DPP's office, the GLC, everybody compromise. It is all about the rich. If you're poor, you get FUCK. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if these gunmen, these criminals, these robbers, they are keeping conference. Well, not quite so. They are linking up, they are collaborating. And this is based on what the ACP Deputy Commissioner of Popo, Mr. Fitzbailey, said in a conference that he kept the other day. He said that the latest incident as it pertains to beryllium in a Mandeville at that Bank of Nova Scotia, there are different set of criminals that have linked together. And you said to yourself, the ACP, him chat too much, him just a talk because him not have nothing to say. But people, I am going to tell you or give you the intricate details of why he might have said that. A day later, or less than a day later, at about 1 a.m., they pulled over a vehicle. In that vehicle was a man called Stinger. When them searched the vehicle registration was to somebody in a Portmore. When them look on the tag, meaning the license plate, they were from two different vehicles. So therefore, the vehicle don't have any sort of registration. It is linked to somebody in a Portmore. The license plate from two different vehicles to two different people. When them go in at the car, them find a 9mm magazine, 25 rounds. Them find some spent shell belonging to some A to the K, 47 that is, and some M to the 16. Spent shell. They found a bunch of tickets belonging to a set of people. Them screenshot them take them in for evidence when them run the name. These are all persons of interest in a different sorts of crime all over Jamaica. Criminals, gangster. The man, Mr. Stinger, he is also said to be a high-level thief. It is also said that he had some sorts of cash in the vehicle. Don't know if it was the proceeds of crime as it pertains to beryllium, as it pertains to Mandeville, Bank of Nova Scotia. More than likely it is. So people, those are the reasons why your ACP, Mr. Fitzbailey, said that these people, they are linking up. These people, they are remixing, collaborating the badness and the robbery. People, me no know that's what the ACP say, and I have no sorts of reasons to disbelieve him, because people, we see these youth, they are all about the money, they are all about the robbery. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.